Hello guys, and I'm Fifth3. Welcome to my top 8 villains. This is my own personal opinion. I didn't get it off any other YouTube channel. I told you this in my top 8 rebels, and if you haven't seen that, go check it out. The link will be in the description below. So yeah, let's get on to the top 8 villains. So in number 8 we have Iden Versio. She is, I don't really know, but she's like, her shock ability with her droid, that's good against other villains. That's good against other villains. And her pulse cannon, I don't really use very much because I don't really like it. But her gun and her secondary fire that you just saw there, is really good for that. And her shield, not very good against lightsaber heroes. But overall, I just don't really like her because she's not a real villain in the Star Wars saga, but that's not the reason. She's just in the campaign, and I just don't really like her, to be honest. So that means I think Iden has to be last for this one.
Cannot save them.
So in number 7 we have Captain Phasma. Captain Phasma is an alright villain. Her blaster is really good for dealing damage, and you can either have it no scope. I think no scope is the best. But there's another scope where it's just like heat sensor, and then the scope that's really zoomed in, which is for like really far away people. But her droid is like the best thing ever. Her weapon that she gets out and hits people with, I don't really use that, but her extra health ability is quite useful as well. So I think Phasma deserves 7th place for this one. So 6th place goes to Kylo Ren because he's better than Phasma and Iden, but he's not as good as all the other villains. But I just think his lightsaber is quite okay. But like his paralyzing ability is good, like really good, and his force ability, like force pull ability isn't very good against heroes because he brings them towards him, and then he can get wrecked easily. But his best ability, I reckon, is the Fury, because he can just like wreck people and they can't move. So Kylo Ren is 6th. So 5th place goes to Bosk. Bosk is a pretty good character to be. His Dioxis grenade does deal quite a lot of damage if somebody stays in there at a moment. His micro grenades are literally just like OP as. His blaster isn't very OP. It's good for sniping, but his blaster isn't very OP. But he can do like a really high jump. He doesn't even have the force, and he can still do a really high jump. I don't understand how, but his proximity mines are good as well for when he can trap people as well. So I think that Bosk deserves 5th place. So 4th place goes to the Emperor, because the Emperor is really good for Hero Showdown, and his strafing is really good as well. And his Chain Lightning, that is good for dealing damage to heroes, and his like paralyzing ability is like his shock ability is good as well to like stop heroes and people from moving, so you can get like really good headshots on them with the Chain Lightning. And the Dark Aura is, I think that's what it's called, but anyway, yeah, that's really good ability as well to make people like nearly blind. So the Emperor deserves 4th place for this.
You are confused.
So in 3rd place we have Boba Fett. Boba Fett isn't a highly rated character because nobody barely uses him. Well, for me anyway. But I really like Boba Fett because like his E3 and his strafing jetpack, they're all on point, like amazing. His rocket barrage is amazing for dealing damage. His blinding weapon is literally like the best because you can like blind heroes and then you can headshot them for like 3 times until they like run off and stuff. And his scan pulse makes his jetpack like have infinite like flying, so that's good as well. And you can also see where people are like behind walls and stuff and with the scan pulse, so that's good. Unfortunately, the one thing you can't do when you're using Battlefront is zoom in on your blaster, and that's pretty hard. Oh yeah, and his melee isn't very good. It isn't very good as well because but that means Boba Fett deserves 3rd place. So 2nd place, I think we'll go to Darth Maul because Darth Maul is just like the like OP. His like spinning ability is good. His chokehold is like the best ever for like throwing people off the edges of maps and stuff. And his saber throw is pretty hard to aim with. And of course, as you know, he doesn't have any like deflecting abilities. Like he can't deflect, but that's okay because he can't deflect. His lightsaber does deal more damage to heroes than the normal villains because of the 2 lightsabers, as you can see and as you know. But I think Darth Maul is just OP. His strafing's good, so yeah, Darth Maul deserves 2nd place for this one.
I sense your fear.
So 1st place goes to Darth Vader because Darth Vader is literally like the most OP character. I reckon he's the best character in the game for me. Best character in the game. His strafing is just amazing. His extra health and his like what you just see there. His Furious Rage. It's so good. You can aim on point. His saber throw is so good for aiming because like it's horizontal, whereas Darth Maul's is vertical, so it's harder to aim. And his force choke is like amazing for stopping heroes from running away and stuff. And then you can like strafe and slash them with a lightsaber. So there we go. Darth Vader is number 1 of my top 8 villains. So there we have it, guys, my top 8 villains of Star Wars Battlefront 2. These are my own, as I told you at the start of the video, these are my own personal opinions, so please don't put any hate in the chat. And if you do agree with any of them, put it in the chat and I'll reply to them. And also, so I done the top 8 rebels yesterday, and you should go check that out as well. It will be in the description below, as I told you at the start of the video. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching this episode, guys, and I will see you in my next Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Bye.